I wanted to talk about research. Research is a very important facet of academic life at any level. It's really important because it connects what you have to say with what others have said or are saying. So it places you into a broader discussion, which is super important in so many contexts because it gives you credibility. It allows your readers to see where you're coming from in relation to where others have come from. However, in my experience, a lot of students don't enjoy research, and I think that is because there's a misconception about what research looks like. Research should always serve you. So, does that mean that when you begin research, say on your topic of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and queer theory, that your first move should go to your library database, go to the academic journals or academic book section, and type in the keywords Frankenstein and queer theory? It shouldn't be that. Rather, your research should always begin and end with your personal interests and your personal motivations for conducting that research. Academic peer-reviewed sources absolutely play a central and important role in any academic piece of writing. However, where that line of inquiry for research begins should not necessarily always begin with what other critics who have written about exactly what you've written have said, and then piggybacking on those critics to say, I agree or I disagree. Rather, the line of inquiry can begin with your personal sensibilities concerning the text and the context that you're using. And the resources that you bring in needn't always all be academic, of the academic nature. A scholar has liberty to use any kind of sources, any kind of text, and to find ways to integrate that into their research. So, for example, you might allow your research process to become risky, to become intimate with you. You can use sources like diaries, photographs, musical lyrics, if they serve you, if they're appropriate for your line of inquiry. You can use resources such as making connections with other novels or even other disciplines. You could use diagrams of the human body. You could use discourses about physics. You can bring in any sort of inquiry that you can thread through your own personal context that relate to you. You can use your interest in theater. You can use your interest in metaphysics. Anything that suits you, and you can discover new texts and new avenues of inquiry that way. That's a passionate approach to research. And research should always be passionate. The function of research, as I see it, is to lead you to different ideas, different complexities. It's a process of exploration that should motivate you and make you feel more excited about what you're writing about. It helps to make your writing multidimensional, and that is the primary function at the end of the day of your research journey. When you do come around to researching your primary text in a very standard way by going to the library website and typing in your keywords Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and queer theory, by that point, by the time you've gotten there, you've already developed your line of inquiry through a bracing journey of research. That what the critics have to say about your broader topic can then be integrated into your line of inquiry in a way that actually really serves you. It's not so much anymore that you're saying, I agree with so and so. It's more that so and so says X, which serves my larger purpose in this way. And you're using the research because you're molding it to what you actually have to say and what you care about, right? That's good logos. That gives you a sense of credibility to your readers, but it also serves your personal purpose and why you're creating the argument, while you're creating the writing that you're creating. Start to reframe research in this way, and you will see that it can actually work to your advantage, and you can so enjoy research because you never know where it's going to lead.